morning coffee with Tina because I was rushing out the door to get into the car with Toni, who's currently driving. We are driving back towards Portland for the summer, for the rest of the summer, even though it's already summer. And we are now north of Wickenburg. We're going to go through Kingman, and there's a whole bunch of antique stores in Kingman. So if we get to any tonight, I'll show them to you. And yeah, it's pretty boring, but I'm going to flip the phone around and show you what I can see right now. We are between Wickenburg and Kingman. So if you want to look at that on a map, you can find out. Basically, we're in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. There's what we got for a view. And then I'm going to flip you over here because there's mountains over there. And yucca. And I don't know if those are creosote trees or I don't know what kind of trees those are. No cactuses. What are those cactuses, Toni? The good ones, saguaros. There's no saguaros here. I don't see any cactus at all, actually. I just see like the creosote bushes, if that's what they are, and some yucca. All right, I'll check back in a bit. We're going through a valley of a whole bunch of rocks, and there's here we go. Every now and again, you get some saguaro cactuses, and they're probably not gonna, oh, there they go, you can see them. And then we've also come through some Joshua trees. So I'll turn this back on and show you the Joshua trees in a bit here. All the cacti varieties change depending upon the elevation. So as we go up, we get saguaro, and I guess saguaros only grow in the Sonoran Desert. Toni told me that. And then as we drop down out of elevation, the saguaros go away, and we get La Choyas? The fuzzy ones. I'll look them up. I think it's cholla cacti. They're sort of a blue color and they're fuzzy. Or you get Joshua trees. And then you get Joshua trees, which are, they kind of look like a palm tree kind of thing.
And they only grow in 2 places.
Oh, the Joshua trees only grow in 2 places in the world?
One is here.
Well, and they're all up through Nevada.
California, Nevada.
This area.
The other one's in the Middle East somewhere.
Oh, really? Joshua trees grow in the Middle East? That's cool. There's also some Scotch broom that's probably not indigenous. Walking in front of the municipal court building. This one's quite an old guy. I would say probably 1800s. And we just went into a pet, like a charity shop that was to support a shelter, and it sucked. The lady behind the counter, we go, oh wow, you support the Pets in Prison program. I don't know if you've heard about that, but they've had in different places around the US where they bring a dog in and the inmates get to train the dog in prison, and I guess highly rated, people do a great job. Well, apparently they had a breakout and the state came in and stopped the program, and so now they have police dogs in the kennels where these poor dogs used to be, or these, rehabilitation dogs used to be, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe someday it'll come back. And now we're gonna go to Matina's Italian restaurant and have some dinner. There's Toni walking ahead of us. We're going in here. The mailman recommended it, so we're gonna go here for dinner. Clearly, Kingman is the county seat because there's the county courthouse. And then I don't know what this building is, but it's an old one. And I already showed you the courthouse. Oh, here, let's get back. Because it's pretty architecture. And lots of traffic. Let's see if I can get that building for you. There. County courthouse. Finished sideboard. And then something you'll like over here. A sewing machine table that you would like. And a corner cabinet. Mural of Route 66 because we are on Route 66. I looked over at this quilt shop. It looks like, I don't know if that's artistically placed or things have gone amok. But there's a lot of glassware in the shop, in the front yard. And I thought it was a house. But I didn't realize that it was a quilt shop. So we're going in. And hopefully we can kill 30 minutes until it's dinner time and the restaurant opens. All right. There you go. You get a quick view. Very big store. The whole house. It's a house, but it's a very long house. And there's lots of fat quarters and 1 yard cuts. And then there's a decent section of bolts and a wide variety. So it's not one of those you know what niche you're in. There's a wide variety of fabrics. And then always my favorite, the examples. Oh my God, there's another room. Another room of fabrics. Looks like it's organized by brand. Cute little edge string piece. We're back from dinner. We'll put the name in the info below. Toni liked it. I didn't very much like it. Dinner. It was all right. It was all right.
Yeah.
But it wasn't swanky. It was just Italian food. It was fine Italian food, but it was just Italian food. Well, it was just American Italian food. Let's put it that way. It was just American Italian food because I'm a snobby now. Their balsamic vinegar was not very nice. I'm just saying. And the mozzarella and the tomato and the olives were all from Costco because I know what they have at Costco. But it's fine. I mean, it was fine. It served its purpose, and it wasn't super expensive. The mailman said it was expensive, but it wasn't that expensive. And we had salads. Huh?
For Bakersfield, it's probably expensive.
Well, Kingman. Yeah, it might be expensive in Kingman because there's a lot of fast food. Wherever we're at. Did you hear that? Toni doesn't know where we are, even though Toni drove. And Toni has not had anything to drink, just a heads up. We do think we're going to go for an ice cream top-off this evening. Yeah. In a couple hours. But then we went to, how many antique stores did we go to? 4-ish. 3 or 4. We went to 4 antique stores. One was super cute. We didn't buy anything at it, but it was super cute. If I could have had room for a table and I had somewhere to put a table, there was a table I would have bought. But I have no room in the car for a table. Well, actually, there were 2 places with tables I was interested in. One was because it was cute, but I have no room for it and nowhere to put it. And we're not getting the house we put an offer on where it would have had a perfect place, but no. And then the other thing was a card table for featherweights. Who knew there was such a thing? It has the opening for the featherweight. And this woman had that for sale, but there's no room in the car. Besides, it wasn't in great shape. And apparently these featherweight tables, now granted, they could be super expensive because featherweights, God knows, are expensive. Not that I've paid that much for them, but they are expensive. That who knew that there was such a thing? And apparently there are some that you can get that have a fill-in thing so that when your featherweight's not sitting in it working on this card table, that you can put a cover in and use it as a card table, which is kind of cool. But it was $200 and it wasn't in great shape, and I would have had to figure out how to get it home, so no. But I'll keep my eye open now that I know they exist. And then what else? And I will put the link to the quilt shop below as well, because she does online sales. She has lots of fabric, and she had some cool things like pads to go under your sewing machine foot pedal so your foot pedal doesn't start walking away from you. Mine always does.
And an excellent selection of boutiques.
A whole wall full of boutiques, yes. And then, the new fancy quilt fabrics that I don't know the name of, but that everybody likes. So I can't think of. And she had a bunch of Cafe Facet, or she calls him Coffee Facet. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'll have to pay attention to that. Cafe Facet is what I've always heard, but I don't know. And then Scribbles, I think it was called, the line, which is a popular one I've seen online. And then the other thing she had is these non-skid rulers that looked pretty cool. So I bought a couple of rulers because the square ones, I can't put the shower gripper thing on that helps you hold it with your hand, and so they're harder to keep track of. And then at the antique stores, I bought at the pet rescue store, which I'm calling an antique store because it's one of the four. I found 2 Workbasket magazines and a Hardanger magazine. The Workbasket was 1957 and then 1984, which I didn't even realize Workbasket was still around in 1984. Do any of you know when Workbasket went out of business? Because even in 1984, there was tatting patterns in the Workbasket. There was also a kid's bikini, which is why I went for it, because it looked kind of entertaining to make my granddaughters a bikini. They called it a summer suit. Can you imagine, like, out of Red Heart bikini? I won't do that. I think I'll do it out of cotton. Scratchy. It looked like it was out of that too. Those poor kids wearing plastic swimsuits. But I'll make them their bikini out of something nicer. Anyway, yeah, that's what we did, and we're gonna go for ice cream after 2 hours because Toni takes iron and she can't have any dairy for 2 hours. So we're gonna wait. That's our penance. Is we're gonna wait 2 hours before we crack. And that's all. I don't know. If you look at my face is breaking out again, I don't know what that's about. I think it might be because I snuck in tea today, iced tea. So I'm wondering if maybe the doctor wasn't correct and I have a problem with tea. Isn't that gonna stink? The Brits will be up in arms because tea solves everything. And look at my face. All around my mouth. This is all brand new. All brand new. As of today. I even I thought, okay, maybe it's cold sores. Because I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. I'm all splotchy everywhere. I don't know what's going on. I may have to see a dermatologist. Anyway, I don't know. Okay, that's it for today. I'm going to try and get this uploaded before we go for ice cream. It's chocolate-covered strawberry flavor tonight is the flavor of the day in Kingman. Because I checked. Because I have a little obsession with ice cream. And I shouldn't be having it, but I'm going to anyway. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and there's a yarn store here, which we may go see tomorrow if it's open early enough. Bye. I'll record it. Don't worry.